How to draw a tree.
We don't need here special instruments or special paper. It's enough a pen or a pencil, and if you have a colored pencil, one or two color is fine. Now we can start tracing simple circles. Boring simple circles in a different dimension. Keep it small. At the beginning is easier to work on a smaller size. Then we can add little lines like this under our circles, and here we have our trunks. And then a line to represent the ground. This is useful. Now we have our first magic word. Shadows. Shadows make the difference. Simple shadows like this on a side and another like this on the ground gives a sense of a three-dimensional object. So now it's something more than a simple circle. Don't be shy with shadows, make them strong with the pencil. Sometimes in the reality shadows are really dark. If you are in a woodland, you notice in a sunny days, you'll be surprised how strong and dark are the shadows. So play with the shadows with no fear. You can try pen, pencil or color, that's fine. A little bit of blue on the background and some birds. That's quite simple. It's enough to write a series of number 3 in a horizontal way, and then you have your birds. And ta-da! This is a landscape. It's not exactly a Leonardo da Vinci landscape, but I think it's better than nothing. Just I give you a little example of how useful are shadows. Here we have some other circles. In this case, the point of view is above, like in a map. And adding shadows, you can understand what kind of object we have on the ground. What kind of tree, for example, an oak or a fir or bushes or cypresses. Next videos will be about maps, so we'll have the opportunity to discover the power of shadows. Power of shadows sounds like a Star Wars Jedi stuff, but now we are returning back to our tree. When we draw a tree, we tend to do a single one, a poor little tree alone in the middle of nowhere. In the nature, more often, we see a set of trees. For this reason, first of all, I'm going to change this title. How to draw trees. That's better. And then I'm going to write here the second magic word, the rhythm. Like in a music, I may say, if you have a single note, you have not too much, but if you have a note and pause and a right rhythm between sound and silence, you'll have a music. The same is with drawings. If you have a right or a rhythm between colored surfaces or empty surfaces, you'll have something. Often it's not important the single element, the 3 in this case, but the effect that you have or you can create with the same image repeated. In this sense, I call this rhythm. And now we are going to do a little step ahead. If you are looking at a tree, or trees in general, we can notice that the foliage is not round-shaped like a basketball, like this. So we have to start to be acquainted with slightly different forms, step by step, no hurry, just to try a little bit. So we can start to squeeze in this way or in another way and do our little experiments. Maybe to think about the stones, the rounded stones could be inspiring, stones like this, just to move a little bit and to understand different shapes. A little bit of grass and some red flower. Okay. Not very difficult to draw, just little lines. Talking about lines, there is a kind of zigzag that is really useful. It's not exactly a zigzag, I will say a soft zigzag. With this kind of soft zigzag you can draw the foliage a little bit more realistic. It's the same, with the same line you can draw clouds, for example. Or if you do this kind of drawings, it's a sort of clouds resting on the ground. And adding shadows, remember the rhythm. A little bit black, white, and then so you can have the idea of a big tree seen in the distance. Remember the shadow under the trees. There's always a black area under the trees. With the exactly same image, changing the proportion, you can have an edge, for example, and with flower. It's the same line, same image, but change the sense of proportion. And this is the soft zigzag. Third magic word. Usually people doesn't like too much because this word is practice. It sounds not so charming. But when you have a pen in your hands, you can try to tracing and playing with your trees. For example, if you receive a telephone call, you can use your time to practice. Hello? Ah, ciao zia, ciao, come va? Yeah. Sì. Bello. Sì. No. Yeah. Ok. Sì. Ok. Sì. Ok. Sì. Va bene, ok. Ciao. Recapping. Simple forms. Remember shadows on the tree and on the ground. Work on set of trees and rhythm. And that's it. Have nice exercises, and if something is not rewarding, you don't like your little trees, please keep going. That's really important. Do again your little trees, and you'll see your ugly ducklings become a beautiful cigno. I don't know the name in English. Oh yes, swan.